The status of any country's economy determines the way of life for its citizens, and one of the most important elements in Guyana's economy is food security. That's the word of President David Granger, who was urging residents of Region 9 earlier this week to focus on building a resilient economy there.
It doesn't mean that you can produce every kilo of rice or every kilo of meat, but it means you must produce enough in value that you could exchange with other areas. But we must not let our products go to waste. So we make this region strong enough to withstand any economic pressure, strong enough to ensure that our children and grandchildren could live better lives than we live, and that our parents and grandparents live.
The president stated that there must be consideration and careful planning of how Guyana will survive economically in the future, with systems to ensure long-term economic survival. He says that the situation in neighboring Venezuela is becoming calamitous, and this has already had a direct impact on Guyana.
Already over 2,000 Venezuelans, some of them of Warao ancestry, have come into Guyana. And all along this western border, 1,300 kilometers with Brazil, 800 kilometers with Venezuela, Venezuelans have been entering our country.
President Granger explained that Venezuelans have migrated to Brazil by the hundreds and also to other countries in South America. And this form of migration into Guyana is becoming weighty on the country's limited resources.
It's put a strain on our security, and it's put a strain on our economy. And these are things we have to think about. We can't ignore them and believe they will go away.
He added that even without such a situation in Guyana, there still needs to be tools for economic survival here.
Because our economic survival is what is most important. We know that. Every society is determined by the way it makes its living. And here in St. Ignatius, here in the Rupununi, here in Guyana, our society is determined by the way we make our living. If we're going to manufacture and sell, if we're going to grow, produce, if we're going to export, or if you just buy what somebody else manufactures.
Reporting for HGP Nightly News, I am Kristen Macklingam.